Back in 2005, I got my first squad of orc boys. One box turned into two, then friends and family started dumping their orcs on me because they didn't want them. And that's where it started, the addiction. G'day legends, welcome to Deal Tiny Tactics, I'm Dylan, and today we need to talk about my problem. I have over 8,000 points of orcs. Yeah, that's not a flex, that's a cry for help. And that's not even counting everything else. I've got Bolt Action, Kill Team, Necromunda, Fallout, Blood and Plunder, and so many other board games or tabletop war games, whatever you want to call it. I have about 6 armies for 40k and about 6 armies for Sigma. That's 12 armies there, help. In total, I have around 24,000 points of Warhammer 40k alone, and somehow 8k of that is just orcs. So the question is, how did it get this bad? We're going back to 2005, baby Dill. I mean, not really a baby, I was like 6 or 7. My brothers and their mates were all into Warhammer, Space Marine, Chaos, Tyranids. But for some reason, no one wanted orcs. I couldn't understand it. They look brutal, they look dope, they look fun, and they look like absolute chaos. So why did everyone hate them? Didn't matter to me. Because of that, I got given my first models. Already built, already prime. Which sounds great, except I was 7. No paints, no brushes, no clue. So they just sat there. Then it happens again. Hey, you want these orcs? Yeah, sure. I'll take them in, give them a new home. Another box, another squad, another pile of shame, and the cycle repeated for the next 21 years. I built everything, primed most of it, but painted about 10 models. Out of thousands. Yeah, let that sink in. I bought army boxes for it, like Battle Forces, the Stompburst army set, the Beast Snaggers army set, the Combat Patrols, the Prophecy of the Wolf of Gaskell. Like, so not only was models coming in by being gifted, I've also been throwing money at them. And now I have this big pile of shame. And the worst part is, I even have some beautiful models out there that are not in the game and I can't use them, like Captain Budrock. And it breaks your heart. They all just sit there on that shelf and stare at me like, oi, mate, you gonna paint us or what? And here's the truth, it's not just time. It's not just motivation, it's the process. I prime a model, start painting, then boom, motivation gone, or I get distracted, or I just can't be bothered setting everything up again and again and again and again. And to make it worse, I was using scale 75 paints. Well, look, listen, hold up. I love scale 75. It's the only paint I use it. But I did not know they behave completely different to more of your friendlier paints like Citadel and Vallejo and AK and Army Painter. They're more like an oil-based, well, they use like a gel, sorry, not oil. Instead of water, they use the gel medium. Completely different. So I thought I was bad at painting. Turns out I just didn't know what I was doing. But recently something finally clicked. I palette down, brush in hand, I slowed down. I learned the paints properly and I finished a orc model. My war boss. And that one model did more for my motivation than the last 10 years combined. After that, I started pushing more, tried different factions like Flesh Eater Courts, Cities of Sigma, Tau, Votam, my Fallout models, Blood and Plunder. But let's be real, we're here for the orcs. So I went back, I started working through them. I've managed to do my War Truck, my Death Dread, my Looters, my Mega Knobs, my Boss and Mega Arm, my War Boss and Mega Armor. You know, I start to actually do things. Not perfect, but finally progress. Now here's the other problem. I've got all these models and no idea how to build a proper list. I've played 3 games in 6th edition, 5 in 9th, and 4 in 10th. And my win rate? A perfect 0. Undefeated in losing. Now look, some of that's on me, but some games I'm getting told one rule in one match, then the very next match all of a sudden is completely different. That's a bit sus to me, but anyway, we're not here about that. But with 11th edition coming, things are changing. I'm jumping in properly. New box sets? Of course. I'm going to get the Orcs Armageddon started. It's Orcs, of course I'm going to get Armageddon. But this time, I've got a goal. 1,000 points fully painted before 11th drops. No excuses. I want to start hitting more games and may even try a comp this year. Win or lose, we'll learn properly this time. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. Let me know, how bad is your pile of shame? And if you want to follow this journey, make sure to subscribe, because the next time we might be painting orcs, we might be painting Trench Crusade, who knows? And maybe, just maybe, winning a game. I'll catch you in the next one.